If you feel like life is too heavy lately, like nothing makes sense anymore, and you've been trying so hard but nothing is working, then this video is for you. If you're here, it probably means you are exhausted. You're tired of being so strong all the time. You're tired of pretending you're fine. So, first, just breathe. You made it here, and you don't have to be anything for the next few minutes. Hi, I'm Shivani, and if no one's told you this lately, you are gonna be okay. Let's talk. Let's talk about the feeling. Sometimes it feels like no one gets it. You are surrounded by people, but you feel invisible. You try to speak, but no one really hears you. You try to do your best every day, smile, push through, be the strong one, but somehow it's still not enough. And then there's this heaviness, like you're carrying something all the time. And the kind of sadness that doesn't need a reason, it just sits in your chest. But let's talk about the things that you forget when you're hurting. You are not weak for feeling this way, and you are certainly not alone. You've survived everything that tried to break you. Even the moments that felt like they would end you, you are still here. And I know it doesn't feel like healing. In fact, it feels like breaking. What if I told you that healing feels like falling apart before it feels like peace? When you are in the thick of it, it feels endless. But this is not forever. This pain, it's like season. This will pass. Let's start here. You are allowed to feel tired. You are allowed to not be okay. Sometimes we think that we have to be positive all the time. But the truth is, you can't heal what you refuse to feel. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you feel like life is going nowhere. Your pain is real. Your sadness is valid. You've been strong for so long, but strength isn't pretending. Strength is choosing not to give up. Even if your version of trying today is just breathing, or getting up, or just drinking water, there's a kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, the kind that comes from overthinking, from being there and showing up always for others and realizing no one really notices when you fall apart. You don't need to justify pain, you don't need to compare it. Pain is pain, and you are allowed to feel yours. Now, let's talk about why you feel like giving up. You feel like giving up because life hasn't met your expectations, because you keep showing up for others with so much heart and get so little in return. Why do you feel like no one sees you? Because sometimes they don't. You've been busy being so strong all the time that people forgot to ask if you are okay. You laugh in front of them and cry in private. You say, I'm fine, and hope that they would hear the silence behind it. You are not hard to love. You were just around people who couldn't hold softness without breaking it. Maybe you texted someone a paragraph and they responded with a single line. Maybe you tried opening up before, but you were met with indifference, so now you don't open up at all. But let me see this. The fact that you feel so deeply means that you care. You're not too much, you are just human. Rock bottom is not the end, it's the beginning. Imagine this, a life where you don't constantly have to prove your worth, where you're calm, collected, and clear. This is not a fantasy. This happens when you finally choose yourself. Healing doesn't always feel like healing. It feels like crying on the bathroom floor, like not recognizing yourself in the mirror anymore, like missing people who hurt you and then hating that you still care, like deleting a message you wrote at 2 a.m. because you're learning not to beg to be chosen anymore. If this is where you're at, you are healing, even if it doesn't look like it. Let's start with one thing at a time. Make your bed, go out, cry, scream, write 3 lines in your journal, take a shower if you need to, have an ice cream. Healing is not a glow up montage. It's messy, it's quiet, but it works. I need you to know something really important. The version of you that's tired and overwhelmed now, she is still worthy, she is still lovable, and she is still enough. You are allowed to experience beauty in sadness. You're allowed to laugh and cry in the same day. There's no rule book, no deadline, and no race. This quiet moment right now, where you feel like nothing is moving, this is where the real shift begins. Not when you get the job or the relationship or the body that you want, but when you decide that I don't know how, but I am not giving up on myself. You are not here by accident. This video found you because something in you is still fighting, still hoping, and that part of you is the real you, the one underneath the fear and the exhaustion. Every strong person I know has had a moment like this in their life where they wanted to give up, but instead they sat with the pain and kept going, and eventually something shifted. Think about it. You have survived every version of the worst days you've had. The nights you cried yourself to sleep, you still woke up the next morning. The time when you felt like you would never feel joy again, and then one day you laughed, even if it was small. You did not heal overnight, but eventually you did. So, this is a reminder that this is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of your comeback. There's a version of you, strong, grounded, confident, who's already out there. She's not better because she had it easy. She's better because she kept going even when she felt like she didn't want to. She learned to sit with the pain instead of running from it. Trust me, she is real and she is waiting for you to catch up to her. If you've made it to the end of this video, that means deep down you don't want to give up. You want to feel again, believe again, and I need you to know that alone is a win. Here's what I want you to do now. Leave a comment. Tell me what part of this video hit you the most. You never know, someone else might need to hear it. Like this video and come back when some nights get heavy for you, and take a small action today. Just one small action. Let this be the start. Tiny revolutions. Share this video with someone who might need it. You might end up changing their day. I am proud of you. You're not weak. You are not broken. You are just in the middle of your story. And when the light comes back in, and it will, you will remember this moment as the one where you chose to stay. And whenever it gets heavy, I will be right here. Take care of your heart, and you matter more than you know. I'll see you very soon in my next video.